Mr. Gray, it's now a few minutes past 3 o'clock, and at the moment at least, not too many of the stores have closed. Do you plan to start demonstrations shortly here?
In my opinion, if the stores do not close, we feel as long as the people stay out, that's closing the store. Whether he physically closes his door doesn't matter, in my opinion. We are going to begin our line in front of Bloomstein's in a few minutes, where we'll begin to spread out as people come from work and broaden out the line tonight.
In other words, you're saying that it isn't necessary to turn the key in a door to close the store. A boycott will take place at that store and will serve the same purpose, in your opinion?
I would hope that the merchants would have been honorable, and in this memorial gesture to ask them to honor a great black leader who has passed. However, since they have not seen fit to do that, we therefore have to proceed with a picket line that I'm sorry, we have to do.
The council this afternoon passed out an ultimatum or a press release that did not agree with this. They did not think that it would be to Malcolm's liking to have these stores closed. Are you aware? Have you seen this release?
If you're talking about Hulan Jack, Hulan Jack's organization worked for the stores. He's serving his master and his boss. Hulan Jack worked for the merchants on the avenue, so therefore he has no choice but to do that.
Is your organization a member of his organization too, the council, the overall council?
The Unity Council coming out of the riots of Harlem last year? No, we're not a part of Hulan Jack's organization. Hulan Jack's organization is a business organization. It has stores who are part of the business establishment that pays dues every so often every month to an organization that he has. And therefore, he's acting in a typical fashion as he's always acted, as a lackey for the man.
He says that the steering committee, made up of 12 people, unanimously approved this.
If the steering committee is in the pocket of the shop owners, I'd expect them to do it.
This demonstration that's going to start shortly, will it continue how late this evening, and also will it continue tomorrow?
The biggest demonstration will be tomorrow.
After the funeral hour?
Well, we would hope the stores be closed during the funeral hours. If not, we'll have to demonstrate then.
How long will you continue these demonstrations tomorrow? All day?
All day, no doubt, all day.
Will they continue past tomorrow?
Well, at the moment, we haven't examined the situation. The situation hadn't been completely examined. As I said before, I'm sorry the merchants are acting like they're acting, And I indicated before, we have to consider whether Malcolm is living or dead. That the merchants on this avenue sell rotten food, bad meat, dump all the worst stuff in the city on the market in the ghetto here. We have a problem of seeing how best to begin to deal with this situation. And I think it should come early.
Who do you feel is responsible for the death of Malcolm X?
As I have restated, and I'll restate again, that the white racist power structure in this country engineered the death of Malcolm X. As they engineered the death of Lumumba, Dag Hammarskjöld, John F. Kennedy, and threatens the life of Nkrumah Ben Bella, the same forces.
Some have said they feel that it was an international political conspiracy that claimed Malcolm X's life.
I think the conspiracy was international from Washington as it directs CIA around the world. Sure, that's it, yes.
Are you saying the CIA had a hand in this?
CIA has a hand in everything that's unhealthy for the United States in a sense that challenges the power structure, the right to freedom, and any black guy out here, a black man who indicate and articulate the needs of the black masses to the CIA, that's wrong.
What do you think the death of Malcolm X, where does this leave the Negro's plight in America today? The civil rights problem, does it hurt the civil rights struggle, or will it aid it?
Malcolm is one of the greatest forces that I've known on the black scene in this country, and I'm 42 years old. I do not know how we're going to get another Malcolm X as quickly and as rapidly as possible. He can't be replaced so easy. However, in spite of that, there are many black Malcolm X around the street, young and old, and they will begin to consolidate their forces and live up to the standards of Malcolm X.
Are you saying that there will be a uniting of the followers of Malcolm X?
I think the death of Malcolm X will bring a great deal of unity around around problems of the ghettos across this country.
What is the fire and things of that nature that have occurred since then? Do you think that they will cease? The inner struggle, apparent inner struggle, will it cease after the funeral hour tomorrow?
I would say that the inner struggle will cease if the man, and I knew who the man is, if the man quit trying to create division between black folks. the whole question of a division is being highlighted by the press. They're creating the atmosphere that black should fight black. But I'm afraid we'll overcome this. We had a peaceful rally last night, and nothing happened. I think this is an indication that we are going to unite without any problem.
Are you saying that the press is unfair to you?
Unfair to me? I don't expect the press to be with me one way or the other. It doesn't matter, really.
But I think the press opportunity to speak your mind.
I think the press, and let me make myself very clear. I think the press writes to its best interest, to the interest of how to keep black folks divided.
Do you think that when you are allowed to state your case, as you were last evening and as you are now, that this falls in that same line?
I can't say. While I'm speaking to you now, I've spoke to many reporters. Many of them have a distorted story. Like the rag sheet, the Daily News, and the Journal American. Yes, they are rotten sheets. They distort everything. And they are racist on top of that.
You don't distort a piece of film, though.
Well, I'm on here. I'm saying that. But for the raggedy news sheets, I know what they'll do. Right. I think we have to face that the newspapers aren't here in my interest. They're here in the interest of the power structure, not mine.
When did this start, this alleged power structure in the press that we're talking about now? Is this a recent thing, or has it been building?
The press has been like that historically. Only the black movement is what's new, and therefore it requires the press to say more about it. So therefore, the contradictions are now sharper than what they were before. That's why.
What is there to be gained by your demonstration this evening and tomorrow?
I would say, number one, that there has to be an element of respect for the black people in this country, and the black people of Harlem in particular. And in the least the store owners could do would be pay that respect to one of our outstanding leaders. I think that's the least they can do, without difficulty, without disagreement. Because all black folks' money is spent up and down these streets. And at some time in life, they should pay respect to those who take care of them, and certainly to one of their leaders.
Thank you.